Today, I am going to show you how to make an actionable plan in 2026. If you're watching this video, there is a part of you that knows you're meant for more. I'm here to show you the actual path that I took between sleeping on floors, couches, studios, closets of studios, eventually my car, just to stay in LA for as long as possible to increase the odds of more and more happening in my career. That exact gamble turned into billions of streams for myself, many gold and platinum plaques, multiple Grammy nominations. Now, I want to make it very clear, this is not a feel-good video. This is a do-something video. So if you're still here by the 10th step, I'm going to assume that you're serious. Step number 1 is to write down the best case, worst case scenario. My worst case was that I would sleep on couches, studio floors, maybe even have to move back home. Once I wrote that down, I laughed because I was already at home working a dead-end job attending community college. I did not enjoy any aspect of my life other than making music. So the upside was insane compared to the downside. LA is one of the few places where you can run into Kid Laroi, Destroy Lonely, FaZe Banks, and a million other people that I've seen just walking down the street. So logically, I knew that the more time I could spend in LA, the more opportunities would come from that. Step number 2, stop crowdsourcing your plans. Stop telling your family and friends. They love you, but they love safety more. If somebody has never done what you're talking about, they are not going to understand it. The natural thing to do is to want to share these things with other people. They have not spent the time to think about it like you have. They definitely have not written down the best case, worst case, and they're immediately going to go to, what is this person talking about? Oh, I could never see myself doing that, so therefore they can't do it too. Step 3 is get in rooms where you're the least accomplished. Move, travel, intern, assist, work cheap or for free. You're chasing proximity around people who are doing the thing you want to be doing in your life. And early on, the question in your career is, how much can I learn here? Not how much do they pay me? That is the most entitled perspective to think. I have no skills, I'm asking to be here, but they need to pay me more money. It's ridiculous. Earn your way up. And one of my favorite quotes is, your 20s are for learning and your 30s are for earning. You are going to be invisible at first. Study, show up, you earn respect, your skills will compound, and people will start throwing you bones. And one day, a new kid will show up and you'll be the one helping them. That's the game. You have to pay it forward. Step number 4, this is not very popular. Your childhood friend group is not your mastermind. Stop fantasizing about building with the bros. If it was going to work, it would be working. I notice a lot of people confuse, man, I like being around this person. We should do business together, with maybe that's just a friendship. Doesn't mean you can't do it, doesn't mean you shouldn't do it, but I can't tell you how many friendships I've seen fall apart the moment the business they put in together gets serious. Go build alone. Listen to people who have actually done what you want. You are clueless until you aren't, and the shortcut is borrowing someone else's experience. Get ready, it's going to get lonely. More lonely than you imagined in your brain. Step number 5, you need to start today. You only get useful thinking after you start. Most people overthink, finally try, and then realize they learned more in that one attempt than 90 days of rumination. Start now, spend the next 3 months improving the thing you already began, and you'll be miles ahead of all the overthinkers, and they will not be able to keep up with your output. Step number 6, accept the trade-offs up front. As I've gotten older, I've just realized everything is a trade. If you refuse to get a job that covers your bills, you will be forced to monetize too early and take low-level, non-skill building, desperate work. Instead, you should choose a stable income and then focus on aggressive skill building, getting experience, and generally networking, so that down the line, you can charge more and you will have built skills that are actually applicable to what you want to achieve in your life. People will step over dollars to pick up pennies early on because it feels better than having a 9 to 5. Step number 7, your hometown will drag you down. It doesn't matter if you spend 10 years working on yourself, everybody's gonna remember you as the guy from middle school or high school. It is what it is. One of the best things I did when I was younger was leaving my hometown at about 19. Everybody is gonna say, but
my friends and my girlfriend and my family and my stuff and my job.
Yep, you're right. Nobody said this is an easy plan, it's an actionable one. And actionable ones are uncomfortable. But I can tell you this, it's a lot easier to uproot your life at 19 or 20 because it's not really established versus a 29, 30, 40-year-old, right? Your old environment, your town, your friends, your family, your job, and your habits are going to keep you stuck to who you've always been. Coming to a popular city for music is very lonely at first. I've never met anybody who came here, stayed here, and felt awesome the entire time. LA is like a roller coaster of up and downs, the highest highs, the lowest lows. Step 8, travel to the new city in 1 to 4 weeks. Give yourself a deadline. It's a big bonus if you could drive your car there because anytime you travel for music, especially in America, you gotta pay for an Uber and those Ubers will be the make or break on whether or not you're gonna actually drive out. The way that I describe LA is it's like a hyperbolic time chamber from Dragon Ball Z. One day in LA is like a year of progress back home. You have no idea who you can run into. The opportunities are endless. Step 9 is building endurance. Your life is like an RPG, except the difference is you don't get to pick your starting stats or character. Your upbringing does. Some of you spawn on hard mode. You have no money. There's chaos at home. You're not close to family. You can take a punch because you've had a hard life. You know how to survive. Some of you spawned on easy mode. Nice house, vacations, close family, safety, support. You have a lot of margin for error. So if shit doesn't work out, you could probably call somebody and lean on them. Your family's opinions sway a lot of your decision making. You make group decisions with individual consequences because of it, and they may even be helicopter parents. I can't tell you how many kids I talk to who are so talented, but their family is just hovering over them and stopping them from living their dream life. Now look, I'm obviously generalizing on purpose, so please don't attack me in the comments about, oh, you're so insensitive, how dare you? It's not my point. The point is simple. You have different stats, different trade-offs, rich or poor. You are paying in some aspect of life. So stop waiting for the fair start and start leveling up with what you have. Step number 10, autonomy or accept it's a hobby. If you need somebody to hold your hand in this process, you are not chasing a career, you are daydreaming. If your first thought is, oh, well, I don't know anyone in LA, yeah, no one does at the start. That's the point. Do you really think I built a music Rolodex in Vacaville, California? Go ahead and look up Vacaville, California. It is a strip of freeway with a place to eat a burger. So open your phone, Google music producers in LA, music jobs in LA, search YouTube, LA producer vlogs, post who is in LA. You can tweet it, DM people, comment, follow up, ask other people if they know people in LA. You're not blocked, you are just not looking or trying hard enough. So anytime you feel stuck in your career, you're usually one search away from the next step. If you made it this far, you already did more than most people as they clicked off because they got uncomfortable. But watching this video is not doing the work. Pick one step from this video and do it today, not tomorrow. That being said, if you guys want more help in your music career, go and check out my producer community on school.com. Here's some examples of wins. Pow, pow, pow. You've got Nato Kitsch, you've got Andy Kim, you've got Hugo, you've got Magnus, you've got Ben Relf, you've got Slate, you've got John Waymer. At this point in time, there is proof that my community works and is valuable to other people. And basically, I've been signing producers for 7, almost 8 years of my life. I took all of my learnings, I put it into my community. So if you have any plans to travel for music, come to me with your plan. We will optimize it together. My name is Half. Thank you for watching. Remember that a hard life now makes an easy life later, and an easy life right now makes a very hard life later. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.